All right, chat, hot off the presses. We've got some new Overwatch patch notes that just dropped for Overwatch 2 retail patch notes from March 25th, 2025. And this is a hero hot balance hotfix. Replay codes from March 18th patch are still available. So AKA that means you will not need to update your game. It immediately is applied to your game. I always wondered if it applies mid-game. You know what I mean? Like, what if you're mid-game and you're playing like a character that's... God, I see it now. A character that's like strong in the meta and then they get nerfed in the ground mid-game. Like, you just like mid-game start shit in the bed, like, and you don't even realize what happened. I never really knew how that worked. All right, though, balance changes apply to both 5v5 and 6v6 game modes. First up, Mauga. Cardiac Overdrive no longer provides allies with damage reduction. That's not all. Ultimate costs increased by 8%. Barrier health reduced from 1,500 to 1,200. Over health conversion rate reduced from 50 to 40%. Boom! Get fucked, Mauga. Absolutely fucking smoked on. You know what? I already have been enjoying Overwatch again a little bit. I played like a bunch of the 6v6, but this week I went back to... Also, I think I just... Oh my god, I think I just hurt my shoulder. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It is in actually immense pain now. I might have hit the ground pretty hard. Ow. Anyways, and now my wrist is tingly too. Oh, I might have fucked up. What I was trying to say though... still recovering from the dance. Yeah, I know. I almost threw both shoulders out that night. That was wild. Honestly, I've been having a lot more fun with Overwatch recently, but I had to go back and play Rivals this week because I had one, I had sponsored to stream the pro matches, which was super fun, but then also my tournament matches and getting warmed up for those and, like, you know, just being in peak form so we could actually play our games. But I've actually been wanting to play more Overwatch again. I didn't think I'd say that sentence again for a long time without a large break. But Overwatch has been actually very fun recently, so love to see Mauga put in the dirt. Roadhog, take a breather. Maximum healing increase from 400 to 450, and ultimate cost reduced 12%. Scares me a little, but I'm okay with it. At least in the 6v6 stuff, Hog was really not that good in my opinion. Or didn't seem that strong. This is something to keep an eye on, because, like, remember chat, remember the cycle. The cycle is Mauga, Hog, Orisa. So if Mauga's been in the sun for a while, and now he gets nerfed, and Hog's getting buffed, we've played these games before. Just be careful, okay? I haven't played enough recently to know if this is a super spooky, but again, the cycle always continues. Winston, ultimate cost increased 10%. Oh, come on. I feel like Winston didn't need anything. Maybe I'm crazy. Is that really necessary? Okay. Next up, Zarya. Energy degradation rates increased from 2 to 2.5 per second. This is fine. Zarya in 6v6 is very, very good right now. And in 5v5... I don't know if she was a full raid boss, but I saw a lot of people that were complaining about her being really, really strong. In 6v6, though, you basically just hard perma-farm energy, and it's kind of crazy. Zarya is one of those characters that'll probably need energy changes and stuff like that if they do more 6v stuff in the future. She is strong in 5v5 right now? Okay. But I'm okay with this. I'm not, like, against it. Like, I think it's actually fine. People complain about every tank in 5v5. That's actually not wrong. Yeah. God, every time Diva or Zarya becomes meta, I love when those people complain about those. The only tanks I would say people don't complain about really badly is, like, Winston. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Damage. Cassidy. Primary fire fall-off range increased from 20 to 25 meters. Good change. And secondary fire damage increased from 45 to 50. That's a spooky change. That's a very spooky change with the perk. You know, I was talking to Linkser. Linkser was telling me, God, I don't know if people know who Linkser is these days. He was telling me he was playing Overwatch recently again for the first time in years, and he was playing Cass, and like he was trying to do damage people at range, and doing absolutely fuck all. And we were like, yeah, you're gonna be much closer now. He was like, how close do you have to be? It's crazy. So maybe Cass has had a little too much nerf to damage at range. But Cass has been very good in 6v6. So the secondary fire is a little spooky. I think that could be crazy with the perk, but we'll see. Echo, base health reduced from 225 to 1. Oh, what? Oh, this is a buff. Base health reduced from 225 to 150, and shield health increased from 0 to 75, giving Echo shield. The Pharah treatment, or the ball treatment. Pharah with perks. Ball in general. That's a actually pretty crazy buff for Echo. It gives you the ability to get back into fights faster without needing to be healed up. Don't know if that was necessary. But I'm not against the change. And you know what? It kind of just makes sense. I feel like Echo is one of those characters you feel like should just have shield. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Soldier. Primary fire now uses larger projectile size. 0.007 meters. Or sorry, 0.07 meters. Uses larger projectile size. So they made Soldier's bullets bigger again? I mean, I guess I'm not against that. Soldier's is not as scary as like Widow. But like, why? You know, can I tell you something? You know, a lot of people complain and talk about the season 9 changes and how bad they were and blah, 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 blah. Don't get me wrong. There was definitely some bad stuff about it. But you know, the projectile size thing, I think for most players didn't make a big difference. Like they didn't like notice it as much as like, for example, the DPS passive, right? Or tank changes, because like tank was a lot weaker. And I don't think the average player really thought like bigger bullets on Soldier were gonna like kill the game. That's like more like high level hit scan aimers. Widow is noticeable. Yeah, Widow was noticeable. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying across the board. But like, I you know, if anything, it probably made the game a little more fun for them because they were probably actually hitting a few more shots. Not saying it should be like that across the board, but like this is probably the least egregious one that I could think of is a character like Soldier hitting a few extra shots just because the bullets are slightly bigger. I know there's probably purists out there that completely disagree with that, and that is totally fine. I'm not like super heavy on that stance. I'm just, you know, just another option. Sojourn, power slide cooldown increased from 7 to 8 seconds, and maximum duration reduced from 1.2 to 1.1. I hate that second change. Oh my mother of fuck. I hate that second change so goddamn much, and I can explain to you why I hate that second change. For 2 reasons. One, there's one of the perks that makes it so you get 2 slides already shortens how long slide is, so that's probably going to affect it again, so it's probably going to be even shorter. And 2, I don't like when they change abilities like that because people get used to the muscle memory of them. For example, Widow's charge up time for headshots, like, you know what I mean, like when you scoped in. I do not like when they fuck with muscle memory. I'm totally fine with damage numbers. I'm totally fine with cooldown numbers, but like the duration of an ability or the duration of like a charge up for something, like I do not like when they do those. I think that those really fuck up people's flow with a character and makes them feel really terrible. Yeah, Hanzo Arrow. Hanzo Arrow was a great example of like the charge up time to actually shoot arrows. Great fucking example. Widow. Oh. Base health increase from 200 to 225. Interesting buff. Interesting buff. I bet this is one of those 40% win rate heroes for most of the ranks. That would be my guess. Next up, Ana. Biotic Grenade cooldown increased from 12 to 14 seconds for non-6v6 game modes. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12 seconds for 6v6 game modes. Wow. Shrike self nano boost duration reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. Wait, how long does normal nano boost last? Is it 8 seconds or 6 seconds? It's 8 seconds, right? It is 8. I don't know. I know that it's a super OP perk, but I feel like they should hold their stance. I think they should hold their stance on those perks. I think they should hold their stance. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, but I feel like they should hold firm on perks and like that. At least duration, you know. You want to change it like, like you can change like if there's like a downside maybe, but it's just her duration that's 6 or both. It's just herself. It's just herself. The normal one will stay 8 seconds, but I don't know. I feel like it just makes sense for them both to be the same timing, but I don't know. Just I'm fine with it. I don't like it as much as that makes sense. The cooldown for nade though on 5v5 and 6v6, they have understandable. I think Ano is probably one of the best characters in the game at the moment. But there you go. Not too long. Refresh the page. We forgot to add one for Juno. Oh, hey. Orbital Ray ultimate cost increased 10%. Was that really necessary? I feel like Juno's been kind of gutted already. That's a questionable one right there. I know Juno dominated when she came out for a while, but fair, get her out of here. What do you mean get her out of here? I don't think she's dominating right now, and I think she's already gotten like a bunch of nerfs. I don't know. Don't know if I agree with that one, but it is what it is. But there you go. There is your hotfix patch for Overwatch for March 25th. Overall, honestly, overall, I like this patch. I think it looks pretty good. Some small things I disagree with in here, but oh man, fuck that guy. Dead. Yeah. Fuck Mauga.